sometimes, another guy do it sometimes. He said, we just did it. We never ever thought about it.
That's funny.
In those days, you could do stuff looser then. You couldn't do it now, could you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Last week, and I think they taboo. She was extremely upset. They were
But
extremely
now I
rude
lost
to
my
her.
son.
I was totally embarrassed. So I hope that she'll somehow pull it off. It's another ordinance, but it'd be good for the city. It'd be good, period. I think.
That's the hardest thing about being this job.
I know, that's what I said. I went through that.
Mayor, I move we finish in 15 minutes.
I
It
hope you have a
shouldn't-
quorum.
Shouldn't even be that long. Tom is not coming and Diane Jamie is not
Tom's not
coming.
feeling well, is he?
No.
Really?
Really?
No.
COVID or just,
No.
He said he was having some abdominal pain.
there, we got a
Oh,
quorum.
gosh. There's our quorum right there.
Let's move this thing.
There's the quorum.
Hey, Steve, you got just a minute?
And start showing your strengths. That's what you gotta break down.
Is this?
No, you can.
Not all of YouTube.
Just
So is
when
this-
you hit
I'm
start
not
streaming,
asking to
it
be-
opens up the stream that it's streaming
Oh,
to YouTube. And it's like a delay from what you're saying, so it's gonna be backfeeding.
Okay,
So
so
you just-
now,
Now you should be good.
but and I'm on YouTube also.
Yes.
How about
It'll show live
Oh,
on
okay,
YouTube.
okay,
I'll
okay.
chase
So
it
you
around.
just gotta close that YouTube. It's gonna open it. You just gotta basically you
Close.
see it and then close.
That's what I did. Okay.
And then just leave Zoom up.
Down there, I like the traffic sign. And then there's another one on down the road, Chief.
I saw it last time. Next time.
Yours is quality. She's an idiot to start with.
Yeah, but I haven't seen Krista. What's gonna come
Yes,
in.
he buys in public. Now, you're not going to municipal, meeting, right? Huh?
Yeah. Usually it'll come up. Oh,
August
here she is. Here she is.
Second through the 4th in Morgantown.
She's-
Tez.
Hi,
you going to the
Krista.
municipal meeting?
No, not now,
Have they passed over you for something out there?
no. I know of.
I'm leaving my
Is Tom coming or you
I'm going
want
back to the state.
He's not feeling good.
Well, basically.
He sent me a message like at
Well,
3
'Cause I know somebody-
o'clock
I know
and I
somebody
didn't see it.
Chris. Blake.
Yeah.
I've been connected him with a lot, but
Yeah.
what I was disturbed with sounding.
Sorry. Krista, can you hear us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes.
Good.
Hey, Kristen.
Ask Kristen how she holds her head like that without moving.
I
Look at,
Where is she?
she hasn't moved 1 inch like that. It's perfect how she holds it in place.
Are you laying on the beach?
I am laying on the beach and I don't want anybody to see it. No, I tried my Zoom out earlier, and when I turn our signal is kind of spotty. So when I turn my video on, it closes Zoom out. So if it's okay, I'm just not going to turn my video on.
That's
Okay.
fine.
We went fishing yesterday. It was awesome. We caught like 60 fish.
Where is she? Where are you?
Pulling
Outer Banks.
Oh, I've never been there. Everybody I know's going.
Nice.
Oh, well.
$5.29.
Do you have it all?
I don't have my.
You tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll call the special meeting of the Oak Hill City Council to order for July 28th at 5:30. The clerk will call the roll.
Mayor Daniel Wright,
Here.
Tom Oxley, Diane Janey, David Perry,
Present.
Krista Hodges,
Here.
Steve Hazlett,
Here.
Charles Smallwood,
Here.
Benitez Jackson.
Here.
A quorum is present. We have one. Councilwoman Hodges is joining us by Zoom. Brings us to new business. Number one, general fund budget revision. Madam City Manager.
Okay, I have the budget revision. This is the form that I'll be sending to the state. The only thing we're doing is moving around the fund balance. We projected the restricted fund balance to be $5,000. The restricted fund balance is the police forfeiture account that they have from if they take money or whatever and sell it. So they got some extra money, so I had to increase it to $58,465. The committed fund balance is the money that we have set aside for the trails, the projects for the trails that comes from our hotel occupancy tax. I decreased that by $27,923. And then the unassigned fund balance, which is the money that we use for everything else. I had projected $949,429, and it was actually $923,887. So then this is the balance sheet. And you can see where I've made some notations there, but the fund balance is $1,179,429.
Mayor, I
Anita.
move we accept the fund budget revision.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Properly moved and seconded to accept the budget revision as presented by the city manager. Any discussion?
I do have a question. Demita, the hotel motel occupancy tax, has it gone down? Are we receiving less?
No, we just spent more money out of it.
Okay.
We are receiving a little less because we had ACE before and we're not getting it from them anymore. But we spent money on the trail at Harlem Heights, so I took that out of there. We sent $1,000 to the Rail Trail Coalition for the trail at Carlisle. And then we had some for the project where we're putting the streetlights on the rail trail.
Mhm.
We had to pay for that. So that all
Okay.
has come out of that money now.
Have we
Mayor,
started receiving any from the Airbnbs yet?
We are receiving some. We still
Okay.
can't check to see if we don't know who's remitting, so we can't check that, but we have been getting, I think we got $5,000 last month.
Okay. I was just curious. Thank you.
Mayor, I would also make a comment. Krista, you would probably like this. At the last meeting, the CVB meeting, hotel occupancy or hotel profit or hotel margin is down 15% across the county. So that's just a point of information. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Any more discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, no. The motion is agreed to, 5-0. 4, 5. I think how many people are here. Which brings us to number 2, Building Commission members vacancies. This will, the Building Commission is presently at 3. The bond attorney told me and Demita on a conference call week or 10 days ago, that it would be ideal if we had 5 instead of 3. And he said you might get by with 3, but he said if you wanted to play it safe and make it ideal, you need 5. That's what Mr. Stump told us. And so this particular number 2 is to appoint 2 more people to the building commission. And Demita, you have the terms are staggered. One person will be from when till 2025 and one to 2027.
Now I can't remember what I put in that email. I think that's what it is. It was. Do you have that, Mr. Perry, the building commission,
No, I'm sorry.
the
Oh.
terms,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can tell you from that.
Sure do.
I think it was 24 and 26.
26.
24 and 26.
Oh, 24.
Yes.
Is it?
The one page you don't have?
Okay.
Let me see.
That's the first copy.
21, the one with the highest votes will get, their term will expire in 26. And the one with the next highest their term will expire in 24.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
In terms of nominating, could we make a nomination that would distinctly identify who does what in 27? Am I making sense? If I nominate Mayor Wright, can I say for the 26, or whoever, for the 26th term and the other for the 27th, or does it have to be a majority vote? Or-
I think that's up to you all.
Okay,
You can do it
thank you. Thank you.
however you want to.
I think it would be easier just to say that take nominations for 2024 and vote accordingly, and then go to 2026 for the next one. And then
I would rather see it.
unless anyone objects to that, I think that would be easier to follow anyway.
Yeah, like they'll nominate for 2024.
Yes. I'll nominate, they can nominate for it. And I'll say for 2024, and then we'll vote on those people and pick one, and then we'll go to the next one will be 2026, and that will take care of it.
I think that would be very
Okay.
appropriate.
All right. Are there any nominations for the building commission for 2024?
I have one, Curtis Taylor, who is a Republican.
Curtis Taylor. All right. Yes, we should point that out. You can have no more than 2/3 of the building commission can be of any one party. So you cannot have any more than 3 of one party on there. That's a state law as well. So you have to have no more than 3 of one party. So anything below that would be okay. And right now we have 1 Republican, 1 Democrat, and 1 independent on the building commission right now. We have 1 of each on the building commission right this minute. So I think any way you go tonight, if you elect 2 from the same, it's not going to change anything on the building commission.
Mayor, I'd like to ask that the minutes reflect specifically that this is being done as a result of motion and request by the building commission
Yes, that's true. It did.
that they requested.
They did request it.
I also would like to place in nomination a gentleman who has experience with city government, who has been at numerous council meetings, who is an independent registered voter, Mr. Mike Fox.
Mike Fox. You say he's independent?
Yes,
All
and
right.
is a registered voter.
All right. Registered vote. Any more nominations for the position of 2024? All right. We'll vote the way they were nominated. First was Mr. Taylor. Can you, can you show me I'll show of hands for Mr. Taylor from the 4 sitting here.
Mayor, I'd suggest we take a roll call.
You want a roll
so
call?
There's no confusion.
All right. Clerk will call the roll.
David Perry,
No,
Krista Hodges,
Yes.
Steve Hazlett,
No.
Benitez Jackson,
No.
Charles Smallwood.
All right. We'll go to Mike Fox. Clerk will call the roll.
Dave Perry,
Yes.
Krista Hodges,
No.
Steve Hazlett,
Yes.
Benitez Jackson,
Yes.
Charles Smallwood.
Yes.
The final tally is Mike Fox, 4, Curtis Taylor, 1. So I declare that the winner, or if you want to call it that, or the appointment to the Building Commission up through 2024 will now be Mike Fox. Now we move to the second position, and that will be for 2026. And are there any nominations for that?
I have one. Tim
Yes.
Buskus, Democrat. And
Who's
Tim
that?
also worked, Tim Buskus.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
He worked for the IRS. When we
Yes.
spoke to the bond attorney, he mentioned that we should put people that have experience.
Yes, all right. Any other nominations?
Mayor, I'd like to place in nomination Marilyn Flint, who again has been very active in terms of a business teacher, in terms of private entrepreneur, who as well has served on the Destination Downtown and Beautification Committee. So I would place Marilyn Flint, who is a registered voter Republican.
All right, any other nominations from anyone else? All right, hearing none. The clerk will go as the way they were nominated, the order they were nominated. The clerk will call the roll. This is for Tim Buskus, and this will be the class of, whatever you want to call it, that 2026.
Krista Hodges,
Yes.
Dave Perry,
No.
Steve Hazlett,
No.
Benitez Jackson,
I think I'm going to abstain for this one because Ms. Flint, 'cause we're so closely tied together with building, so I'm going to abstain from this vote.
Would the councilman please qualify why he's abstaining? I think that'd be very
Well,
good.
one,
and
well, the building I work in, we rent from her, so I don't want any legalities to go with that, if anything.
I would, for my part, I'd say I respect your decision, and I think that's very appropriate.
Charles Smallwood.
All right. We now go to Marilyn Flint, and Mr. Councilman Jackson is going to,
Do I need to leave the room?
No, is that you're abstaining?
you're abstaining because as for the reasons you've so stated. All right, if you'll call the roll, please, for Marilyn Flint, and she will be the class of 2026.
Dave Perry,
Yes.
Krista Hodges,
No.
Steve Hazlett,
Yes.
Charles Smallwood.
The final vote total, Tim Buskus, 1, Marilyn Flint, 3,
One abstention.
and 1 abstention, which will place her term ending in 2026. So the 2 appointments tonight can go to Mike Fox and to Marilyn Flint. And if the city manager would relay that information to Mr. Fox and Mrs. Flint, as well as to the building commission members.
Mayor, I move the nominations be closed.
Is there a second? Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, we vote the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The motion is agreed to. 5-0. Which now brings us to number 3, the Oak Hill Municipal Code, 11.18 Amendment, West Virginia State Building Code, first reading. Madam City Manager.
This is at the last meeting, we adopted the West Virginia State Building Code. So now we have to put into our ordinances the changes that they made in the code. And you can see in red. The red's marked out and the green is the replacement. And it's just language that cleans up some things and changes a few things. And then we'll have the second reading at our meeting on the 8th.
Mayor, I move we accept the first reading of the Oakville Municipal Code 11.18 amended that the city manager has presented as the first reading.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Properly moved and seconded. We accept the municipal code as amended, as presented by the city manager. Any discussion? Hearing none, we vote the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
opposed, no. Those opposed, no. The motion's agreed to 5-0, which now brings us to the end of the business. I think we had one councilman wants to make a comment here at the end before adjournment. Mr.
Mayor,
Perry.
I'll yield to anyone else if they have any comments before I make mine.
I noticed Mr. Fruit was here. I didn't know if he wanted to say anything.
We have a storm mitigation project that it probably will be 6 to 8 months before that starts, and the plans for that aren't set in stone yet.
I don't know if I had
I mean-
talked to the engineer when I talked to you the other day. But I talked to him and he said it's probably gonna be, as far as their plan being done, it's only about 5% done. And that they're hoping to have a public meeting sometime towards the end of August, that they will have enough of their design that they can sit down and talk with us and get our opinions and thoughts on it. Yes. Mhm.
They're gonna do that down in Minden, right?
Yes. Yeah, I talked to Jonathan Carpenter the other day, and he said hopefully by the end of the month, they will have enough that they can sit down and talk to the people of Minden, and we can listen to what their ideas are, and then they can gather ideas from us, but he said it'd be at least the end of August before he could get to that point.
And we'll also have hearings after that, so you'll be well informed. We will do that at the meeting with the engineer, and then we'll do that later on too. But the best place will be when we have this first meeting with the engineer.
And the announcement and publication, that would be where?
Well, we'll put it on Facebook
Okay.
and we'll put it out.
Okay.
We'll probably have something in the paper.
Post office, I'll try to
We'll put
spread as
some
much of the
stuff-
word as possible.
Yeah, we'll put some stuff there.
Post office be good. What else?
I'll be
Mr.
quick.
Perry?
This is an invitation from the McDonald's for the council and to the employees here for a VIP breakfast. Originally, it was set for August the 3rd, but this is August the 10th from 8 to 10 is the VIP invitation to any councilman, employees, and so forth. The police department, the chief have been invited, the fire department. Now, that has changed because of the delay in construction and the rains to August the 10th and 11th tentatively. So if anyone wants to stop in there, and the grand opening will be on August 11th. The second thing I have is this. Again, I would like to very much say, I have very much noticed, watched, and appreciate the job that our city manager has done, Valerie, and those people who have stepped up to the plate. There seems to be a changing morale, and I appreciate that, Demita. And the other thing I would say is this, that kudos to the chief. I got several, he's not here, but I got several calls regarding the enforcement of the dog ordinance. It has been applied. We've had a dog that has been transferred from the family. They couldn't get insurance. And the second thing is I got a call because he had initiated a patrol down on the trail. And I would compliment the work and the immediacy at which Demita has gathered the transition folks together. And I understand they've come up with some suggestions, and that was the full intent, is to have them work. And Steve was there, offices, and give their suggestions and ideas to Steve, who will represent the council. Also understand that this week, Chuck Miller and Tom have gone through the inside, and I don't know to what extent, done some cleaning and carrying out, and they intend to do some sprucing up or policing on the outside this weekend. So other than that, again, I just express kudos to you, Demita. I think you've done an excellent job up to this point. And as you told us, you'll do your best in the future, and I'm sure you will. So thank you very much. Valerie, thank you. And rest of the people, be sure and express, I'd say, the whole council's appreciation for what's going on. Also, the other thing, 30 days from now, the logo is supposed to be on the water tower, which that's 15 feet wide, 15 feet tall, 21 feet wide. So that's progress from some years ago, I think. I think the city will be proud of it. I think the citizens will, and we should be. So with that said, Mayor, thank you for the 2 minutes.
2 minutes. All right.
Move we adjourn.
Just have one question. This VIP breakfast,
Yes.
do we have to pay for it?
Well, it doesn't exceed the Ethics Commission.
$25?
Yes, it won't exceed that, but
I was going to do some takeout too. I would watch that 25. I get that $25.
I'm sure you would get a biscuit and something to drink.
If they're eating with us, we can just eat as much as we want.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you.
Take your take-home box with you.
With no other business before the city council at this special